Ready? On Saturday, January 21st, 2017, I joined women from all over the country and the world to march the day after the new regime was admitted to the White House. It was the largest one-day protest in the history of the world. I've been an activist for 20 years, and I've been in many marches, but that day in Washington, D.C. was one of the most amazing moments of my life. I am part of the resistance that refuses to allow this new administration to turn the clock back on us before the civil rights movement. I would not stand by in silence while some in power may attempt to take away our rights that we have fought so hard in this country to achieve. I will tell you about this historical day and why we must always be vigilant. The struggle continues every single day. Almost immediately following last year's presidential election, that same week, the planning for this humongous rally was underway. Without hesitation, organizers and activists from all over the country and other countries felt the need to respond to this political atrocity. In DC, hundreds of buses showed up with thousands of people from all over the United States. Women, men, children, and entire families, even some of their pets tagged along. I met dozens of people that traveled from all over the country, from Boston and Iowa to California to be there. Individuals from all walks of life, people you probably wouldn't even talk to or even come across within an everyday life were there. All colors, shapes, sizes, backgrounds, races, ethnicities, sexual orientations, young and old were there. Everyone was represented. I had never been surrounded by so much diversity. It was beautiful. There were many celebrity speakers talking about the urgency of the situation we had just gotten ourselves into. Our basic rights, especially as women and people of color, were about to be under attack. This march marked the beginning of our call to arms, the resistance movement that was starting in our country. Prior to the election, number 45 had made it crystal clear which direction he intended to take our country. His dangerous rhetoric of racism and misogyny were clearly leading us to a path of regression and destruction. This rally represented the fact that we were not going to let this happen. It is our job to constantly question the authority of those in our government to make sure they are following the interests of the people and not themselves. The only way we can do this is by standing together every single day to assure that history is not repeated and that the mistakes of the past don't come back to haunt us.